guys. I am gonna try to get through this. All right, we had a shower reno done. One of those cheap panels around, surround thing. About, I don't know, it's been over 10 years, okay? And the guy didn't do a very good job. Let me just put that out there right now. And my neighbor down the street hired him and said he did a fabulous job. Well, he didn't do a fabulous job for me. And he was supposed to, if you're watching this, sir, I'm not going to name your business name, but hey, he was supposed to give me a, what is that called? The free curtain rod. It's supposed to be like a, you know, finish the reno and then give a little couple of bonus things. And one was the shower rod, okay? You know, the, what is it called? Bracketless shower rod thing. Well, he didn't give it to me. And I had a lot going on at the time. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And I couldn't be bothered fighting him. You got to pick your battles in this lifetime. And I could have went there and beat his butt. But I said, oh, whatever. And I went out and got a new shower rod. It's a very long story. And anyways, to make a long story short, the shower rod is one of those extendable ones. It was up for a long time, but I decided last week to adjust it so that the curtain shower thing isn't draping into the water. You know what I mean? But it keeps falling. It's fallen on my one son, and now it just fell on my other son. So I got to get a new curtain. I just got to get a new curtain rod. But anyways, the whole bathroom needs to be renoed, demoed, and then redone. And I don't know what the point of my story was, but I jumped because the shower rod fell again. The other night it was 2:30 in the morning when it fell. My son had a shower at 2:30 in the morning after work. And all I hear is a big bang. And then, of course, I think, you know, worst case scenario, maybe it hit him on his head and he's knocked out in the shower and he's drowning in the shower water. But that did not happen. Anyways, that was a big bang. Anyways, I just went for my walk to decompress, to get ready for bed, because I'm going to try to go to bed early. And it's really nice out. Still have to wear a light coat. But the sky was all pink and blue tonight. It was very beautiful. But I popped into the store. It's a little pricier than other stores, but the quality of their stuff is good. But I went in there to see the price of the mascaras, because I used my mascara for 3 months, and then by that time, there's not enough in there. And they wanted $20-something, $23 for the mascara that I need. And I couldn't buy it. I should have, but I figure I'll use the rest up in the tube, and then sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. That's all the makeup I wear is mascara, and I use hair gel for my eyes, my eyebrows, pardon me, and a gloss. Then I can certainly splurge on a damn mascara, but I'm so cheap. But it's cheaper at Walmart, you know. But anyways, I just grabbed some gum. Okay, if you have anxiety, which I know nothing about, this is spearmint and wintergreen. Actually help. They tell your brain something like calm the F down. And this kind is good for anxiety. And this has xylitol in it, which prevents cavities, if y'all didn't know. No more juicy fruit for me unless, you know, I need a sugar fix. Pure gum is where it's at. You get the big bag for $5. So I just started buying this rather than the little dinky things, because we go through a lot of gum. I make my own toothpaste with coconut oil and baking soda, and I use peroxide diluted with water, 50-50 for a mouthwash. Maybe even more than 50-50. I use a lot of water and just a little bit of, I don't buy Listerine and all that stuff. But anyways, there's a lady on here, and she is talking about natural gum rejuvenation or teeth rejuvenation. I don't know, some protocol. If you want to look it up on YouTube, you can go right ahead. She's a middle-aged lady, and she tells y'all to buy the proper stuff to buy. I don't know if it's tried and true, if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I try not to use chemicals, but hey, But I thought to myself, why am I should use the old Crest that I used when I was little, because I bet you it has less fluoride in it. And she said something that sodium fluoride is better than the other fluoride. So I just grabbed this. This used to be 75 cents, but it's Crest Plus is what you want to be looking for. Crest Plus, no whitening crap or any of that stuff. And it's just regular paste. So I looked it up. I hope this is the right one. I think I made the right thing. But it is supposed to be better. But I mean, fluoride is fluoride, is it not? I don't know. But I'm just going to try it. Even just once or twice a week, I just need to get a good clean of my teeth. I wash my hair. Look at that. Just one day and not washing my hair, it looks like. I just have to put that out there in case someone says, does she even wash her hair? Because I do. And I wash my clothes too, but I don't know. What is that? Okay, so in the store, they have a mental health fundraiser every year. And I always go in there and buy the little gift bags for $5. I think there's $5 or $10. You get different sizes. And it raises money for women's programs at the mental health institution, hospital, whatever, place. And that is something near and dear to my heart. Women's mental health. It should be to everybody's. Because everybody has mental health issues right now. I ran into a lady yesterday. The first thing she said to me is, well, I've known her for years, but I haven't seen her because her husband passed away, and that's another story altogether. And she said, I'm just feeling real anxious. And I said, why is that? And she said, well, just, I don't know, it's something to come upon me. And I said, well, because your husband passed. And the holidays just, you know, we just had the holidays, so guess what? You get something in your bones, in your soul, you remember their passing, you remember, like, you know what I mean, around the holidays. And so, very lovely lady, and she's doing well. She's okay. She just said, I don't know, I just feel anxious today. So anyways, they support women's health, women's mental health. So anyways, I chose, that was a big, you get middle age and all you do is want to talk, because for all the other years, you had to close your mouth and be quiet. And, you know, now you want to. So the lady told me to pick a bag, so I picked a bag, and I wanted one of these. I have a silicone thing. I've been really good on my skin care lately, even though it's breaking out now. I have rosacea, if you hadn't noticed. But I have a stainless steel bowl, and I put hot water from the kettle in there with a little bit of sea salt, and I steam my face, and then I'm cleaning it, because I have large pores, which is a good thing, apparently, because when you get old, you know, the shrinkage happens. But I don't know. I'm just trying to do better skincare because, you know, cleaning it in the shower is not the same as doing a good, you know, you can give yourself a facial. You don't have to go pay for one. But anyways, I wanted a thing for just my lips. You know, whatever you're using on your face, you shouldn't use it for your lips. So I'm glad this was in here. That's why I grabbed it. And I tend to get, you know, we get little blemishes around the lip, you know, from using our lip oils and lip balms and things like that. You know, we forget about the cleanliness of the skin around here. It might be clean, but you know what I mean? We got to exfoliate a little rougher. And this is, obviously, it's for your lips, but you can use it around your lips. It's just more sanitary that way. So anyways, this is my bag. And that was in there. And so this one was more, this is a Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau, so it's a man's fragrance. There was other ones there with beauty blenders, and I don't use beauty blenders, so I just didn't choose that bag. Let's smell it. So, hold on, let's just, I don't even know if I want to waste it, but that reminds me of a man. A man in a dark suit in a dark restaurant. Candlelight. No, it's more, what is it? I don't know, it's nice. It's real nice. And I don't know what to tell you about it. It's just real good. So anyways, I'm going to divvy up the men's fragrances between my two sons. And, oh, that's nice. Oh, if you don't have a man, just buy a man's fragrance and spray your bed. That's what I'm thinking. And this is Jean Paul Gaultier Divine. I would think this is a lady's. Yes, it is. I am a woman. What's more divine? Well, I'm divine. I know that. Oh, this is nice. Look at the... That is Madonna. Jean Paul Gaultier was the one that designed... what's her name? Madonna's bustier for Vogue. I think so. Smell. So this one's mine. I thought this was a man's. I'm glad I get a nice fragrance. Been a long time since a girl treated herself. This is citrusy. What does it say? Oh, this is nice. This is nice. This is real nice. Oh, this is when you know you need some pampering. It's got a citrus, and I don't usually I wouldn't pick it. You know, that's the thing about getting these testers. Things you wouldn't buy. If I walked by the bottle, I wouldn't even look at it. Oh, this is nice. This is real nice. So that was, this is a women's Divine, okay? I would like a big bottle of that to bathe in, to be honest. Okay, and so this is Polo Ralph Lauren, and they always make a good fragrance. I'm going to assume that's a man's. You know, the colors, navy blue and the, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Pardon me, guys. I'm just putting out content. It's just one of those days. It's a good day, but this is very, what's that word? Deodorant-ish. What's the word? Evergreen. I don't like it. I mean, to each his own, but it's not my favorite. But people love Polo. You can't go wrong with a Ralph Lauren fragrance. It's just me. It's just reminds me of them preppy boys back in high school. Anyways, Azzaro, why is I thinking I'm saying that wrong? Azario, I think it's Azario. Forever Wanted Elixir. I don't know if this is a man's or a woman's fragrance. I don't know. It don't say. Do they not know that some of us are refined and some of us are not, and we don't know? I could look it up online. I'm going to assume it's a man, because a man is always wanted. Ladies are not criminal-minded. We're classy, so I'm going to assume it's a man's fragrance. Shoot. Nice. It's real nice. Oh, it's like a candy-ish. It's not vanilla. What is that? I don't know, but it's nice. That's nice. I'm trying to place it. I could be a fragrance lady, because I know my fragrances, but I can't place it right now. It's too late. Too late at night. I'm ready for bed, but it's nice. Real nice. That is real nice. Like if I was in a bar and a man walked up to me and said, "Would you like me to buy a drink?" I'd say yes, because I'm thirsty. Oh, shoot. You know what I did? Damn it. I just sprayed this while I'm putting it in there. God dang it. God, I'm so stupid. All right. My son just knocked down the thing again. I spilled. Look, they don't even fill them up as they used to. Remember, they used to fill them at the top? Even though I spilled it, they're not filled up at the top as much. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I gotta let it go. Let it go. So now these are for me. And I'm probably just going to give all three of those to my middle son, because he doesn't have all the fragrances my baby son has. Anyways, and this is the Tour Lorraine. Now, as I said, I have rosacea. If I tweak my diet the way I need to tweak it, I wouldn't have rosacea, but this is supposed to be, is it Tour Lorraine? Tour Lorraine or whatever, I don't know. I hope you can see it. This is supposed to be really good for rosacea and acne, and it's reasonable per tube. I think it's $20 or something like that, and it's supposed to be, oh, and for eczema. And I've used La Roche-Posay products, and I was actually really happy with them. I bought a gift set with a facial cleanser, lotion, and body wash for like $40, and they were big. They were big, and they were good, and my skin looked good, and whatever. But anyways, after I try this, I'm going to buy the big version of it because I've been waiting to buy the big version. I want to use up all my products. You know, January, February, March, I try to use up all my products before I buy new stuff. Now, this is what I'm excited for, too, because I got these. These have about 3 doses in them. So this is Pure Vitamin C12 Serum, Anti-Wrinkle Renovating Serum. I don't know why they call it renovating, because it's replenishing maybe. But anyways, Vitamin C lotion is so good for you. So I got 2 of those. So, yeah, I'll get 3 uses out of each thing. So that'll last me a week. And then this is, I'm excited for this. This is the, is it Lux, Nux? It would be Nux, maybe? N-U-X-E. And it is for exceptional day and night cream. Or sorry, the exceptional day and night cream. Nuxuriance Ultra. I just butchered that name. But anyways, I see the beautiful bottles. I hope it's a good product because it comes in a beautiful gold bottle. And I would just love it if this is real good and real. I got to get a real good moisturizer for my skin because I am aging. And I need something nice. And then anyways, this one is for me. This is a body lotion. Versace. Any showgirl fans in the audience? Versace Parfum Dylan Purple. And it's a perfumed body lotion. Isn't that cute? You know, and like I said, you can't buy the big versions all the time. You know, it's not in our budget. And, you know, we've settled for a, you know, a smaller version. That's just fine. What's I going to say? And anyways, that'll go on my nightstand or wherever. It's nice. I'll use it for just like my shoulders or something, so I have a little scent. You know, in the summer you go out. When I was little, I have to tell this little cute story because it's so cute. I had a little boy in my class, and he was always bringing me in. Remember when the magazines had the samples of perfume? They had the paper strip that was scented with the perfume. Well, he would always bring those in from his mother's magazines and give them to me, and I'd put them in my drawer so my clothes would smell nice. Geez, we would have only been maybe in grade 3 or 4. I don't remember. But, you know, when I was little, I thought that was cute. And, you know, he'd bring them for the other girls as well. But when I got older, I thought, what a sweet young man. I hope he, you know, met a good lady and took care of her, because that was a sweet gesture, you know, bringing me in little trinkets like that. And you don't get them anymore. You don't get the samples in the magazines anymore, you know. Cosmo, Vogue, you used to be able to open up, because now people are sensitive. Everybody's sensitive about everything now, isn't they? Aren't they? And so they don't do that. But yeah, he'd bring me in those little things from the magazine. But anyways, so I'm quite happy, and I'll give these 3 perfume samples to my son. And I got, did I tell you that I got, so you get the tickets for the bigger basket. And when I was little, my aunt's friend did a coloring contest, and I won a big bunny from there. Okay, I didn't have anything to do with the scheme. I was only itty bitty, but she did a coloring contest and won it. But she used my name. Okay, don't report me to anybody. And I got this big old fluffy bunny. And then a while back, I guess it's been over 10 years. To me, the years just, I thought it was 1 or 2 years ago. It's been over 10 years. I won a big old basket from there, from doing this contest. And it had, they said it had $200 worth of products in it. It must have had over that, because it had all these samples and creams and lotions and potions. A lot of it's just from Overstock, but also good, really good products. And I got to try them all. They had some Pacifica stuff. It was a coconut. Oh boy, it smelled so good. I believe it was a body wash. And I got to try everything in there. And it was my birthday that I won that. So it was real special to me. So anyways, I will let you go. That's my little video for today. Be better people. Be good. And be kind. And love yous all. And good night. And take care. Bye.